Hey everyone, Brian from All Day Ruckoff here, and today we're going to go through 11 tips that will make your GORUCK Constellation event that much more fun. Don't worry, none of these tips are going to spoil the event. We're not going to get into anything that really happens at GORUCK Constellation. These are just things that it's good to know in advance, and I know it would have benefited me, some of them at least, and I know some of these would have definitely helped out some of the other people at my GORUCK Constellation event. GORUCK Constellation is in the survival series of GORUCK events, and those events change often. So there's a chance that not all of these will apply to your event, but I'm sure some of them will still be useful. First tip, it's with the metal can you have to bring. So I'm not going to say what you do with this. If you went to Constellation in 2017, you might have an idea. But you make this at the beginning of the event, and you have to carry it around with you throughout the night. And as you can see, it's cut up, it's jagged, it's sharp. This thing will be in your ruck, and if you don't pack it right, you can shove your hand in to grab something in your pack, and it could go right in here. If anything, this reminds me of something straight out of the movie Saw. So be very careful, pack this, pack it smart, and don't pack it in a way that you can shove your hand in there and cut it up, because it's going to hurt going in, it's going to really hurt going out. Second tip, also related to the metal can, it involves the knife you bring. So this is a knife I brought. It's just attached to a multi-tool. It has no meaning to me. This isn't my father's or my grandfather's. You will be cutting this up. You'll probably let someone borrow this throughout the night. Don't bring a knife that has a ton of sentimental value, because the things you'll be doing with it, you might not be so happy. So bring a knife that works and is in good condition, but don't bring like your great-grandfather's World War II knife. Tip number 3. If you went to GORUCK Constellation in 2017, then you made one of these. This is a homemade gas mask. And if you didn't, don't worry. The 2-liter and the dust mask are on the required packing list. So you either have to bring this or you have to bring the materials to make this. So the tip here is to clean this out thoroughly if you're bringing it back. I cleaned mine after the first event, and I cleaned it again, which was 8 months later, before Constellation 12 in Seattle. And when I was packing my ruck, my windbreaker got shoved in here, and when I pulled my windbreaker out, it just reeked like pepper spray. So just clean it out, and if you spend an extra couple minutes, you will thank yourself later. The mask also did slightly burn the first time I put it on, so you'll get a double bonus if you clean it out. Tip number 4, quick one with the steel wool. Just bring the size they recommend. That 0000, that's 4 zeros. It's the super fine steel wool, and the 000 won't work nearly as well. The 00 probably won't work at all. So it's fairly cheap. It's $5.50 on Amazon for 8 pads, or local hardware stores have them. Just make sure you bring that 40 steel wool. Next up, the battery. GORUCK says that you can bring used batteries. That's true. However, the battery has to work. So we had a number of people show up with dead 9-volt batteries, and it won't work for the task. Make sure that there's at least some charge left in this before you pack it away. Otherwise, you might as well just leave it at home. Thankfully, GORUCK events are team events, so they were able to borrow one from a team member, and it all worked out. But if you're going to bring the battery, you might as well make sure it works first. Next tip, this is some 550 cord. Some of this, some nylon webbing, maybe 20 feet or so, and some fishing line. would really, really help out a team at GORUCK Constellation 12. And we had some 550 cord. There was another team that had some fishing line, and you're able to do some really, really cool stuff with it related to one of the modules. So not going to spoil anything, but if you have some lying around, bring it. Everyone on the team doesn't need it. You just need a little bit for the team, but it will definitely make the experience that much more fun. Tip number 7, right here with the lighter, just bring the cheapest lighter you can find. It has to be that barbecue lighter with the long end. It doesn't have to, but it should have the seam that goes all the way around. Hopefully this molded part on the front doesn't go too deep. The one I brought took up pretty much the whole front half, and it was a pain to work with. So something like this cost me 88 cents, is perfect for the event. Next up, the screwdriver set. This is a screwdriver set GORUCK recommends. The important screwdrivers are the Phillips, and this one, the smallest Phillips, is a size 0. That will most likely work, but ideally you'll get sizes even smaller and bring them. So think eyeglasses, repair kit, or like a cell phone repair kit, something like that. Bring the small screwdrivers and make sure that the small screwdrivers you bring are at least somewhat quality. Funny story, someone on our team brought screwdrivers from the dollar store, and although they worked, by the end of it, they had stripped the screwdrivers on the screws. So their screwdrivers no longer worked anymore. I've stripped screws before with screwdrivers. I've done it pretty often, but I've never stripped a screwdriver on a screw. And they accomplished that with dollar store screwdrivers, so bring something that will work. Tip 10 is with the personal security fob. Only one is required for your team. That's all you need, but it's really fun if you have more than one. Our team had 3, and we had a blast. So work with your team in advance, show up with a couple of these, and it'll put you at a definite advantage against possibly some of the other teams, possibly the cadre. You'll have a lot of fun if you have more than one. Final tip, the camera. This is the Kodak Pix Pro FZ43. This is the camera that GORUCK recommends you bring, and please, please, please bring this camera. The cadre know how to work with it. We had some people at ours bring different cameras. They weren't able to, get the module done, but someone else on their team had brought this one, so it worked out. There's a chance it won't work afterwards. Ours all worked. So we had a really good class. We were lucky, but the class before ours, not everyone was able to complete it. I've gotten some questions, messages, emails, people asking if they can bring a cell phone or a DSLR. What constitutes a digital camera for this event? My recommendation is a digital camera that you don't care if it doesn't work again. So this one was $48 on Amazon. There's 8 people on the team, so that's $8 a person. It's not a bad deal, and like I said, it's the camera the cadre know how to work with, so you'll be sitting good if you bring that camera. These are just 11 quick tips that would have helped me and definitely would have helped some of the other people at the GORUCK Constellation 12 event in Seattle. If you've got extra tips, I would love it if you would leave a comment with them. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Would really appreciate that. And if you want to see more videos from us in the future, having a great time making these, please subscribe. Would truly, truly appreciate it if you subscribed. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. And remember, attitude is everything. Keep yours positive and drink hard, rock harder.